Tell me a little bit about how you got out. What was your ability to get to the airport and to get on a flight?
I think the previous Thursday, when a number of provincial capitals fell on the same day, Kandahar, Herat, Ghazni, Baghdis, and perhaps one or two others. At that point, I thought to myself, well, things are moving very quickly. But then I went to work as normal on Sunday morning. I attended some meetings, and the reports kept getting worse and worse. By this time, Jalalabad had fell, and so at that point, I decided to make my way to the airport. And when I got there, I was surprised to find that a significant portion of the government had left or was in the process of leaving. And then, of course, the news came that the president himself had already left. At which point, instinctively, I knew that there would be some chaos. So we went on a plane. Everyone attempted to board this now infamous Cam Air plane that's still on the tarmac there.
The one that showed the people standing literally on top of the plane
Yes,
at the time.
yes.
Yeah.
And we boarded that, and everyone tried to board that plane. So it was a passenger plane for perhaps 300 people. Perhaps a couple of hundred or 1,000 boarded that plane. I realized it wasn't going to take off. They had mentioned that the plane had no pilot, it had no fuel. So we went down to the tarmac, and I think it was the beginning of the scenes which now you see on TV where there's hundreds of people. Every person is trying to find some sort of aircraft. There were various helicopters taking off in an ad hoc manner, a small military plane taking off. And there was one military plane, not from the U.S., that everyone was rushing towards. I wasn't hopeful, but I think we went towards it, and it was a C-17 where the rear of the plane was going up, and my friends, my colleagues had pushed me on the plane. I was not supposed to be on that plane. It wasn't a military transport where I had a ticket to get on. It was essentially one that I forced my way on and was fortunate to get on at that point.
And this is part of why in those initial photos, including that one incredibly overstuffed transport, it's mostly men, right? It's not women, it's not kids, because your just physical ability to get through the scrum of what is an incredibly chaotic period. That's basically the situation that the central bank governor finds himself in Kabul.
Yeah, so if the central bank governor is in that position, you can imagine the position of everyone else. At the end of the day, I boarded the plane. I had one or two bags, but I left them, and even one of my shoes came off, and I was walking on the plane with one shoe, and that's how I left the country, which was not the way you want to leave.